A nation revered her voice, celebrated her presence. Yet behind the velvet curtains of fame lay a devastating secret. Kelly Khumalo's life, glamorous on the surface, concealed the existence of an adult son whose death has now sent tremors through South Africa. Authorities have confirmed her sudden attempt to flee the country, sparking a whirlwind of questions and speculation. The very person adored by millions now faces scrutiny not just for tragedy, but for actions that may redefine the limits of celebrity accountability. The truth isn't waiting. It's hunting her, and the story is darker than anyone imagined. Who else knew about Kelly Khumalo's secret son, and why did silence prevail for so many years? Friends, colleagues, and family members may have been complicit, whether out of loyalty, fear, or desire to protect her image. Some insiders recall subtle warnings and discreet conversations, hints that something profound was being shielded from public eyes. The secrecy created a fragile web of complicity, where trust and discretion intertwine with deception. The deeper one digs, the clearer it becomes that silence is sometimes a shared burden, a collective decision that allows a private truth to fester, while the world only sees a facade. Newly surfaced police files suggest patterns of travel and movement that indicate Kelly was aware authorities were monitoring her closely. Multiple flagged entries, quick departures, and sudden itinerary changes point to a high-stakes attempt at evasion. Analysts note that these movements were carefully orchestrated, yet left digital breadcrumbs that made tracking almost inevitable. The revelation shows the tension between planning an escape and the inevitability of exposure. Even someone as media-savvy as Kelly cannot entirely outmaneuver modern surveillance and public curiosity. This adds a chilling dimension to the story. Calculated action meets inescapable consequence, with consequences spreading far beyond the immediate circle. Imagine a dimly lit control room where officers pore over flight manifests, security camera feeds, and social media hints. Every alert brings renewed tension as they try to anticipate her next move. Journalists and paparazzi hover in the background, capturing fleeting glimpses of her movements while speculation grows into frenzy. Meanwhile, Kelly navigates crowds, technology, and checkpoints, a figure in motion yet trapped by her own urgency. The atmosphere mirrors a cinematic thriller. Suspense thick in the air, every decision critical, and the stakes impossible to ignore. The drama is palpable, unfolding in real time, blurring the line between celebrity myth and human vulnerability. Insiders recount intimate moments where Kelly confided her fears and frustrations to trusted allies. These moments revealed vulnerability rarely seen in public, a mixture of anxiety, guilt, and longing for normalcy. Friends described late-night phone calls, secret meetings, and whispered plans that hint at desperation and remorse. This humanizes a celebrity, offering a window into the emotional cost of living with a hidden truth. Public fascination meets private anguish, and the contrast sharpens with every revelation. The story is no longer just a scandal. It is a portrait of a person trying to reconcile her past mistakes with the relentless glare of fame and public judgment. Legal and crisis management experts emphasize that fleeing from accountability only intensifies scrutiny. Kelly's attempt to leave the country highlight the psychological weight of fear, guilt, and impending judgment. Observers note the ripple effect. Authorities coordinate across borders, media amplify every detail, and social networks dissect every movement. The public watches, debate thrives, and digital trails remain permanent. This interplay of law, technology, and reputation underscores the high stakes of celebrity crises. Her situation exemplifies a broader truth. No matter how carefully constructed, attempts to avoid responsibility in a connected world can rapidly escalate, making secrecy almost impossible to maintain. Social media, often a tool for fan engagement, became a double-edged sword in Kelly's story. Viral posts, leaks, and online investigations rapidly pieced together a timeline of events previously unknown. Platforms that once amplified her voice now magnify questions, speculation, and outrage. The digital age ensures that concealment is temporary and truth spreads with unprecedented speed. Analysts note that this phenomenon accelerates both accountability and emotional fallout, transforming private grief into public spectacle. The online sphere serves as both witness and judge, creating a pressure cooker that leaves even seasoned celebrities vulnerable to exposure and critique. Envision a late-night confrontation, authorities tracking leads, agents coordinating across cities, and journalists scouring every hint of movement. Every phone ping, boarding pass, and eyewitness report becomes a clue in the unraveling story. Kelly maneuvers through the chaos, attempting discretion, but the world closes in relentlessly. The tension is cinematic, urgent, unpredictable, and relentless. For those watching from afar, the narrative feels suspenseful yet disturbingly real. Celebrity glamour clashes with human fragility, creating a scene where secrecy, desperation, and exposure collide in a dramatic crescendo that commands attention and leaves a lingering sense of inevitable reckoning. Close associates reveal the emotional toll not just on Kelly, but on everyone within her circle. Family and friends grapple with confusion, sorrow, and fear for the consequences yet to come. Conversations that were once lighthearted became tense and guarded, with trust tested at every turn. Observers describe the ripple effects, relationships strained, loyalties questioned, and alliances challenged. In these moments, the story expands beyond the celebrity lens, reflecting a universal struggle with grief, guilt, and secrecy. The narrative deepens, illustrating how hidden truths not only define the individual, but also shape the lives of everyone intertwined in their journey. By the end of this video, viewers will uncover why Kelly Khumalo suddenly packed her bags, the chilling details surrounding her secret adult son, and the shocking trail that led her toward the United States. We'll explore clandestine movements, insider testimonies, and the intricate web of deception hiding in plain sight. What was meant to stay buried is now unraveling in real time, exposing the fissures between public image and private reality. Every revelation sheds light on motives, mistakes, and consequences that the public never imagined. This story is not just news, it's a revelation. Could a person you admire for years be hiding a secret so profound it changes everything you thought you knew? Imagine following the news not as a passive observer, but as someone piecing together fragments of hidden truth. Comment below. If someone you trusted had a life-altering secret, would forgiveness be possible, or would accountability come first? The world watches. Judgment spreads like wildfire, and every action leaves digital footprints that refuse to vanish. History remembers not just the acts, but the concealment. Pause and think. How far would you go to protect a secret this explosive? How did a celebrated singer manage to hide the existence of an adult son for decades while living under constant media scrutiny? Sources suggest meticulous planning, whispered warnings to friends, and an almost supernatural. As the story of Kelly Khumalo's secret adult son and her subsequent flight unfolds, the layers of fame, secrecy, and accountability come sharply into focus. What began as a personal tragedy has transformed into a national spectacle, revealing the immense pressures that accompany celebrity life and the high cost of concealed truths. Every decision, from her meticulous planning to desperate attempt at evasion, underscores the fragile balance between public image and private reality. While the details of her actions continue to emerge, one truth remains undeniable. Secrecy cannot withstand scrutiny indefinitely, and accountability inevitably follows. In the end, this saga serves as both a cautionary tale and a stark reminder that even the most celebrated lives